Here's a good question. We'll go to Brad first here. No, actually, I'll go first to give you guys time to think because I know the answer to this. What was your first concert? Someone wanted to know. Mine was the fall of 1996 at 5 Points Music Hall in Birmingham, Alabama. A band called the Presidents of the United States of America. You may recall them for their song, either Lump or Peaches. That was kind of the heyday for them. When they sang Peaches, everyone threw peaches on stage that had brought peaches with them. So I was a freshman in college. I really didn't go to any concerts until then. I've been to a ton since. We had the Presidents of the United States of America. They're no longer together, sadly. That was my first one. All right.
Yeah, I can take it. My first concert was not long after yours, actually, Chris. Mm-hmm. So 1998, Variety Playhouse, downtown Atlanta. I was 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old, and my dad, he was always into punk. That's what he was into, but he wanted something a little more family friendly. So there was a band called They Might Be Giants in the 90s. They actually did the theme song to Malcolm in the Middle. So, you're talking a little, I don't know, gentle family friendly rock and roll, right? Not too extreme. Maybe a few curse words here and there, nothing too crazy. But the venue itself is, to this day, it's in a place called 5 Points in Atlanta, Little 5 Points, very, very grungy venue. As an adult, the kind of place that I question my own dad's judgment for taking me there as a 7-year-old. Because I've been there multiple times since, and I never saw a single 7-year-old, right? So I had to have stuck out like a sore thumb. And what I also saw was there was a Jimmy Eat World. You heard that band? They opened for them, actually.
Nice.
It's a very small venue, so that's a little fun fact. Yeah, it's cool.
Nice. I have terrible memory, but I was younger. I was like a younger kid, probably 11 or 12, I would say. In California, my grandparents took me to a Pink Floyd cover band concert.
Oh, you still love Pink Floyd?
Yeah, I love. Yeah, I grew up awesome. on
your grandparents took you?
Yeah.
Okay. Your mom's parents or your dad's parents?
My dad's parents. Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. They used to watch my brother and I. My parents would, take long weekends to get away from us because I'm sure we're wonderful children growing up. My parents never got sick of us ever, and so our grandparents would watch us, and we do a bunch of cool stuff over the weekends. They lived in LA, so we went to the Peterson Auto Museum, went to theme parks.
That's a funny first concert for a kid, though.
A cover band.
Yeah. I mean,
you're in the back, like secondhand, Dark Side of the Moon, going nuts.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean,
were they playing the Wizard of Oz too? When they were
no, okay. More of the hit songs.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but growing up, I listened to that type of music all the time. It's like old school classic rock.
Excellent. That was a good question. Yeah, people in the chat are chiming in here. Greg Hansel's first concert was In Excess back in 1998. Neil White says the Beastie Boys. That's a good one to start with. And then a couple of people remembered the song Peaches by the Presidents. Yes, I took my kid when he was 7 to see the White Stripes at Madison Square Garden, says Jeffrey. There you go. Interesting.
That's worse or better. I guess that's all perspective. Worse or better.
Yeah, good question there. All right, this one we actually discussed this a couple times, so I think we have answers by now. So we'll go to Tommy first because I know he has an answer to this one. What's your guilty pleasure song that you might be a little ashamed of?
Yeah, so I scrolled through my Shopify playlist of like songs. Did I say
Shopify? You got a Shopify playlist too?
Yeah, I do have one of that too. Yeah, all the bookmarks on the top of Chrome, right? No, sorry, Spotify playlist, and I found like kind of the first embarrassing song. It was No Air by Jordan Sparks, and yeah, it's got a good. That's
a pretty good one, yeah.
Tune, yeah.
Okay. Brad, do you know yours?
Yeah, so I don't have a specific one, but I turned 30 in February, and Chris knows this was a big deal for me. Shortly after turning 30, I had shoulder surgery. I'm falling apart. I'm right at the seams. I'm falling apart. And so another interesting thing happened to me as soon as I turned 30. So I had on FM radio for some reason. Something wasn't working. So I was on a road trip out of FM radio, and then the only radio station was a country music station. Oh, no. Okay. So I turned 30. Uh-oh. And about an hour in, like, I'm really enjoying this, When I'm 22, 23 years old, you're just, oh, no, I'm going to see Jack White. I don't do country music. I'm not some old man. And it's like the day I turned 30, country music's on. And I just found my foot's tapping. I got a little snap going. All of a sudden,
were you nodding at people?
All of a sudden, lifted Chevy trucks just make a lot more sense to me. It just, I don't know.
So was there one song in particular that
I think I was talking about gateway drugs earlier. What happened to me was probably about a year ago. Darius Rucker's Wagon Wheel, which I feel like is entry-level country music, right? Like that's country music light, you know, and I'm listening to that song. I'm like, man, this thing, I like this a lot. And I think once you listen to that a few times, you get a little deeper, right? And so that already got me accustomed to it. And then so you hear a harder hit, we'll say, harder country rock, right? Yeah, I don't know. Just it happened overnight, and I think I'm going to embrace it. I don't think I'm going to fight it, honestly. I don't think I will. I think that I'll just
fighting it.
No, I think that I'll accept that I may have changed, and if, I come to work next week and I got a camo hat on, right? I got some Timberland boots, and just accept me for who I am.
The fisherman's vest, right?
Yeah. We have some advice for you, Brad. From the other Brad in the chat, wait until you turn 40, Brad. LOL.
Yeah, what happens then?
Classical
Sinatra. Sinatra.
Neil White says, getting older hurts a lot. So those of you in the chat, what's your guilty pleasure song? I'll tell you mine. Mine, I knew it immediately. Oh, Greg Hansel says, wait till you're closing in on 50. Yeah. Max says Darius butchered that song. I guess he liked the Old Crow Medicine Show version a little better. My song is by Miley Cyrus. It's called Wrecking Ball. You may have heard of it.
So Chris played that in his office, so he knows.
Yeah.
He knows for a fact how catchy it is. And so I was in there. Were you in there?
No, I
was
wasn't.
You and Bryce.
And Bryce.
And Ted.
And we're in his office. And Chris just turns around, starts playing the music video too. So she's on the, what was she licking that?
Yeah, she's licking the hammer.
Had no business being played. And I'm telling you the rest of the day. She came in like a wrecking. That's my gift to all the people listening to.
It's a great song.
Yeah. Awful.
Excellent.
Awful.
Brad, the bearded guy tells you, look up Aaron Lewis, the Stained lead singer turned country. So add that to your playlist.
That's a crossover.
Ooh, Neil White has a good one. Guilty pleasure song is Kenny Loggins' Footloose.
Nothing guilty about that.
Yeah.
Nothing guilty about that.
That is a good one as well. Yeah, I enjoy that song. That's one I would never turn off.